सपना जी, आप अनम्यूट कीजिए। आप म्यूटेड हो।
How can I be muted? I was talking. Oh my God. So, whoever has listened to us and not able to listen to me, so sorry for it all. I have to repeat. I don't know what I said, but I will try my best, darling. Whoever,
You don't have to worry because today pets also don't speak, but they can communicate the same way.
maybe they are trying to tell, you know what, how it feels when nobody can understand what I'm saying. It's a way they have made it happen today. Oh my God, this is so amazing.
Your expressions said everything same way.
Oh my. All right, so let me take it further. I hope I can be heard and seen, everyone. All right. So today we are starting a new journey. Special day because it's the first open mic of this year 2024. So first of all, a very happy new year to all our viewers of UBI Open Mic. Here we are with a special episode which is talking about love and only love. It's an unconditional love story, I must say. For all those pet lovers around the world, today's show is about the pet lovers, the pets, the love of our lives. You could be a cat mom, a dog mom, or any other pet you have. It could be a parakeet, it could be a guinea pig, it could be anyone. So the pets have that unconditional love which they offer to us in our lives. I've written a few lines to start with the program. I've not written it like really as a poetry, but just a few words, a few lines which come to my mind. I just feel like sharing with you all. I hope you like. So it's a dog mom's diary. I'm a dog mom. I have a fur baby called Caesar. He is the love of my life, sparkle of my eye. Yeah, sometimes they take over all the other loves in your life, you know. I think all the pet lovers will relate to what I'm saying. So here it goes. Talking to my fur baby today, I heard him loud and clear. Yes, I love you, Mom. So what if I can't speak? My wagging tail says it all. So what if I can't write? It's written all over my face, so small. So what if I can't share my food bowl? I love eating those tiny morsels that you prepare with your own hands. And that's when in love I growl. A sparkle in his eyes, tell me all. A sparkle in his eyes, tell me all, as unlike me, his world is so small. It starts from the morning cuddles and lasts till the tummy rub at night. As bedtime, he very smartly stalls. Yes, I could feel Caesar, my fur baby, your love and your beautiful big eyes as they blink and tell me how much you love your mom, how much you love your mom. So I just want to tell all those pet lovers that even if they don't say a word, like you understood my expressions probably, as Vidhi said, we all moms understand the feelings, the gestures which they have for us. So here is celebrating that unconditional love in this universe, which is coming our way. I would like to present to you today's presenters, the participants, the poets, the writers, who are also pet lovers. Not only dogs, we have a special pet lover as well. So wait and watch when it unfolds. Before I start the journey, I would like to say hello to each one of you. Sunita ji is joining us from Bombay, Vidhi from Pune, Stuti from Bombay, Shamsar from Bombay, Shiprika is joining from Delhi, who is the host and our host for today's evening, our host Shiprika. Hello, Shiprika. Let me hand over the stage to you, but with a small introduction. I know you don't need an introduction to the UBI family, but for all those who are joining us for the first time, here I would like to introduce you to a very, very special friend as well as a very beautiful poetess, Shiprika Saxena Acharya. I met her in KL, Kuala Lumpur, when journey started, our relationship started over there. It's been years now. She writes in two languages, Hindi as well as in Urdu. She speaks very fluently English too. Though she is yet to start her journey with English writing, I am sure she will do it soon. She writes on the real life incidences, and she's been writing from past 8 years or so. I think the writing was hidden within her more than that, but it started coming out on paper maybe around 8 years back. Singing and writing, cooking are her passions. I have tasted her food, so it's finger licking good too. All right. So after staying in 5 years in Malaysia, now she is back to India. And she's staying in India, and all the open mics. She has been a big support system. YouTube channel is her support, which we got initially when we started our channel. She and her husband were the people instrumental in starting the channel, and I always make it happen that I tell this to the world because it really means a lot for UBI. Thank you so much for being the host today. Today we are going to be celebrating Gabru as well with us, though he's not with us in the physical plane, but I'm sure Gabru is watching over all of us. So here I hand over the mic to you, Shiprika. Please take charge and go ahead.
Thank you, Sapna, for the beautiful introduction. It really means a lot. I mean, coming from you, it does mean a lot, seriously. And I started 2 statements in the English just to tell people I can speak fluent English, though I write in Hindi. All right.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So great. Thank you so much for choosing me as a host for today, though I'm too nervous. But still, I would try to do justice as much as every host has done so far in UBI's history. So welcome you all for the UBI open mic. And before we start our today's show, I would like to give a small introduction about UBI, though just like Sapna said, UBI does not need any introduction now. It is known worldwide. Still, I would take a pleasure to do the same. So UBI, which is United by Ink, it is a global platform connecting creative minds, and it is an international forum, which is a thriving community of more than 8,500 enthusiastic artists. Our vision is to create an inked family. That's why we call it UBI, United by Ink. It is for fellow passionate creative minds. UBI was founded on 2nd of February 2018, which started its journey as a global Facebook page and a group which was created by none other than Mrs. Sapna Shivani Kekre, author Oski Bunde, to try the creative souls under one roof. It is a platform for avid readers, passionate writers, authors, performing artists, painters, and photographers who are ready to take up various difficult challenges and different challenges. So you can say UBI is not limited to only writing. It is an umbrella which covers all the talents under its share. Today, we proudly host a free blogging platform also, which is United by Ink. .org. I would give a brief introduction. It's www.unitedbyink.org, which is for writers and creative souls. UBI is a platform where any form of literary and creative expressions find its place. It is an opportunity to the facilitators, pre and post publishing support, marketing support, distribution support, and whatnot. It will make the journey easy and let the creative enthusiasts reach their goal. UBI's initiative, which was started in 2021, has recently successfully completed 101 episodes and is running in its 3rd year show. It covers all the artists to showcase their talent, which is, as I said, writing, singing, stand-up comedy, or any other such talent which they wish to present to the world. We have, to our credit, published 5 anthologies where many writers have been given an opportunity to be published for the very first time. Annual events of UBI is like UBI Fest, UBI Hindi Utsav, and UBI Inked Marathon. They provide opportunities to come together, learn and grow, interact with the community experts as a part of the UBI family. Apart from this, UBI CSR initiatives supports the underprivileged starter of the society to fulfill their educational dreams through various initiatives. UBI also provides translation and proofreading services. So whatever I have told you so far, आप लोग अंदाजा लगा सकते हैं कि यूबीआई एक इतना बड़ा अम्ब्रेला है जिसके अंदर बहुत सारे टैलेंट्स जन्म लेते हैं, पनपते हैं, बढ़ते हैं, ग्रो करते हैं। और बिकॉज आपकी होस्ट हिंदी में लिखती है, सो द होस्टिंग विल बी इंग्लिश एंड हिंदी बोथ. So with this of UBI's great introduction, I would like to start the show with our first performer, which is Sunita ji. So Sunita ji ke bare mein I'll give a small introduction. It's like Sunita Saldhana ji, a writer, a poet, and an educator. She has been writing since the age of 13, and now she's a retired mom. She enjoys having the time to write and to teach others to do the same. She's an English educator. Sunita ji, please correct me if I'm wrong somewhere. She conducts various courses in creative writing and communication skills for both adults and children. She has published 5 books on Amazon and Pothi, which include 2 poetry books, 1 romance, and a children's book about a naughty little puppy called Muffin and Mama. Wow. So it is all about Muffin today. We'd like to hear the story of Muffin, which came into her life as a rescue pup 10 years ago. She was about 20 days old, found in a gutter, terrified and ill. After being nursed back to health, she grew into a lovely, loving dog who filled their lives with joy and love. Unfortunately, she left them 2 years ago, but she lives on in their hearts and in many books, Muffin and Mama, which is written in her memory. So Sunita ji, I'll hand over the mic, the virtual open mic presentation to you, and please.
Thank you so much, Shipika. That was a lovely introduction. And yeah, I am Muffin's mama even today. And I'd like to share how she came into my life. So this is a little story on how she came into my life. Mummy, can we get a dog, please? This was my daughter's daily request. Now, I do love dogs. And while I was growing up, there was never a time when we didn't have dogs at home. But that was years ago when we lived in a home with a garden. How would I manage a dog in a flat? And that too alone. Because while Natasha wanted a dog, she was away all day at work. And the responsibility of the dog would be mine. I had just finished my task of bringing up my kids and I was hesitant to go back into it again. But the truth was, I was lonely. My husband had passed away a couple of years before, and depression had been my companion for the last few years. Get a dog or not? This was the conundrum. Finally, I sent up a prayer to the universe. Please give me a sign. That night, I dreamt that I found a puppy in the gutter, and I rescued her and brought her home. The next morning itself, I saw a message on my Facebook saying that somebody had found a puppy fallen in a gutter and that puppy needed a home. To my utter astonishment, the puppy looked exactly like the one in my dream. And it was, this is my baby, I am just getting her home. I told my daughter about the coincidence and we agreed that we needed to get the puppy home. So the following morning, the puppy came. She came in with the animal ambulance and she was handed over to me. I have never ever fallen in love at first sight. Not with my husband, not with my daughters, because I was so exhausted after giving birth to twins that all I wanted to do was sleep. But I took one look at this little one and I just tumbled into love. As soon as I held her in my arms, she licked my face, she nuzzled into my neck, just a tiny 20-day-old puppy. And I knew I would never, ever, ever let her go. That's how Muffin came into our life 10 years ago. Taking over the house, taking over our clothes, taking over everything. She left us 2 years ago because she had a lot of immune issues since she was not with her mom from a very early age. But she still lives on in my heart. And I know that when it's my time to go, she will be right there waiting for me. So that's how Muffin came into my life. Can I recite another poem on Muffin? Okay. So this is the poem called Muffin and the War of Words. Whenever I would sit down to write on my computer, it was like, no, mama, you can't work. I need to be there. Okay. You need to give all your attention to me. She watches me quietly, her head cocked to one side. She's just waiting for me to take out my netbook and write. And then she will pounce on the keys joyfully and delete everything that I wrote so painstakingly. She gives a little yip and jumps on my lap and types JBYWEISL ampersand AI in just a single tap. In this war with my writing, Muffin will always win. I might as well stop and gracefully give in. Maybe tomorrow I'll get that chapter done, but for now I think I'll play with this little one. So this was something that I'd written when she was about 2 years old.
Okay, so I don't know, I'm speechless. I'm sure everybody is feeling the same. I had goosebumps. I was numb. आप बोल रहे थे and I was visualizing the poem and the story, everything. Somehow I relate a bit of it with you, of course. मुझे गबरों के भी flashes आ रहे थे. It was so beautiful, Sunita ji. Seriously, amazing it was. I mean, amazing, beautiful, marvelous. ये सब बोलना शायद it will be very underrated for whatever you have written, and I'm sure everybody agrees with me on this. So hats off to you. Really, hats off to you for this, and thank you so much for coming on this show today. Thank you for reciting this for us. So maybe Muffin wanted this, all I can say. So Muffin wanted that we should know her more closely through you. So yeah, all love to her, all blessings to her, and she's also blessings all of us this way. So thank you so much. And with this, I'll move on to our next participant, which is Miss Stuti Sharma. So about Stuti, she's presenting her baby, Remus Sharma. Remus, if I pronounced it right, Remus. Okay, you will pronounce it for me.
Remus.
Okay, yes. Name should be pronounced correctly. So Stuti is presenting her baby, Remus Sharma. So Stuti is an artist, art and entrepreneur, a writer, an educator, and a budding therapist. Remus is a professional howler and an expert at mischief management. In all her years on this planet, she has been with the around dogs, yet Remus changed the whole life of dog parenting single-handedly. Thanks to him, Stuti says, I am more fit, agile, and approach unlearning with ease because you are mother of tornado on cocaine, as she addressed her baby. So you learn to be very pretty quick on your feet. While he can be hellraiser, he has lovingly made laughter, smiles, and fond discussions of his tantrums in our home and hourly thing. He follows us around till the day and ends and has a special powers of detecting migraines and panic attacks. He's a support dog without being trained for it, and the naughtiest dog despite all the training in the world. He is the life of our days and enlightens every spirit that meets him, even on his walks. He has more people skills than me for sure. Remus is undoubtedly the most dapper, loving, and a darling boy. What an introduction of Remus. I mean, before you decide, we know to whom you are going to talk about. So, yeah, Suti, the show is all yours now.
Hi, Shiprika. Thank you for that introduction. I really wanted people to know Remus more than they know about me because he's quite a dog. Let me tell you that. He is someone with a lot of personality. And for me, like, I have always been around dogs. I think since I was a puppy, I have been around puppies and I've been around dogs. But, Remus is one storm that made me unlearn a lot of things about how you should be with dogs and how you should discipline or how you should not. Everything. We had to drop all our guards and all our training. We had to train ourselves to be able to deal with him. So, if anyone has ever met a beagle, an alpha of the pack beagle. You would know what I'm talking about. Lovingly, tornado on cocaine, yes, tornado and cocaine mix it, you have Remus. Okay. So here,
Because the way you are telling about him, you're making us fall in love with Remus.
oh yes, you will love him, you will be angry on him, you will still love him, you will, and the puppy face is, of course, you have no defense against that. I think, Sapna ji also has had the chance to meet him, and she kind of knows what I'm talking about. So as I told you all before, I'm going through a bit of a writing block. So forgive me for whatever has come out today. I have just attempted to talk about the journey that Remus has been with us since the last 3.5 years. And the poem is titled Shenanigans, because that's what Remus is all about. So I will begin now. Okay. With 4 feet, 40 tantrums, and 400 shenanigans, a foot long baby with a customized black suit and a white collared fur coat, knee high white socks, and a dash of brown to match the chocolatey coal rimmed eyes, and a white heart on his forehead, the softest brown Dumbo ears, this boy entered our lives. Okay. Little did we know about the monster that we were adopting in the cutest frame ever. With a sharp mind and even sharper teeth, growing up, he was nothing less than a piranha. Nothing, and no one was safe on the floor. Slippers, pant legs, skirts, dresses, skin, even coconuts to the core. Yes, at 4 months, this teething devil could skin and crack a whole coconut. So I'm not exaggerating. This is true. With an inexhaustible source of energy and naughtiness, this mischievous boy was always up to something. Casually bringing 4 experienced dog raising and loving parents to their knees. Every evening, we couldn't help but stand up on chairs to protect ourselves from his 7 p.m. zoomies. Remus, named after Professor Remus Lupin, a Harry Potter keepsake. While we hoped for the gentlest caregiver and protector like his namesake, he took on more to the backstory of being a marauder and a werewolf, and with our wits at stake. Every day, a different trick. Every day, a newer tease. Not a moment went by when we could sit with ease. Tearing clothes, hanging by the hair, literally hanging by my hair, stealing slippers, and now even climbing up to the dining table and chair. Raising Remus has been a challenge for the mind and a toil for the body, because when you raise a minion with the speed of Flash and the strength of Thor, overpowering him is not an easy feat at all. Strategies, mind games, and tactics anew, scheming, screaming, time just flew. As wild as this puppy was, the fonder dog he grew, and definitely with Papa's Reiki and growing love for the family, after 2 years of a tornado on cocaine, we finally had a family dog who was now a little bit sane. He fills our hearts and our homes with sonorous onomatopoeias. Hums, howls, barks, growls, whining, whimpering, muzzle tooth scowls. All phonetics, no words found, yet communicates with extreme clarity. This brilliant, crazy hound. Remus entered our lives when we were in our deepest and darkest despair. Grief and silence echoed through the house. The world had ended for us with no repair. Our loved ones were taken by death with a swift and harsh blow. our grief tinted love had nowhere to go. And like a true tornado, he turned everything upside down. He was a shake them by the shoulders and slap them on the face to get them out of the grief and shock, kind of a blessing sent by God. And every day he saved us. Little did I know that the puppy, who was a hellraiser, would transform into a dog, a baby so full of love and sensibilities. I have loved many a dogs in all my life, but I think Remus has loved me back the most. As we step into the present, we now see the most handsome, charming, adorable guy always by our side, truly knitting the household, truly knowing the members, truly loving them all. No, don't get me wrong. He still has an array of adventures up his sleeve. Just like wanting to catch the tail of a 12-foot long snake. While in a sari, I had to jump in like a true khatro ke khiladi to save his bravery crossing stupidity butt. And in Rebus, we found the most loving son and the brattiest mutt. He's the strongest, stupidest, smartest, snuggliest, sweetest dog with an ability to win hearts all around the colony and clears my migraines and brain fog. He loves loudly, howls even louder. His presence is mighty and his hugs are getting clingier. He topples in laps and gives sloppy kisses. Not a thing gets by him. There's nothing that he misses. Life with Remus is never dull, only a tad bit crazier. Life with Remus is super fun and a lot more cozier. The bond that he shares with my mom, who did not want him in the first place, comes second to none. He follows her around every minute. He demands her love and attention. And that journey has been rough and ripe of how he won her affection. In our life, it's truer every day that a dog does save the day. And while he's no ordinary dog, he's a dog with quite a personality. And while with him, I had to drop all my pre learned parenting qualities. He's made me faster. He's made me stronger and more agile. He's made me feel loved and forced me to socialize. And while he broke a ligament in my knee once, he mends my heart every day with all his shenanigans.
Okay, first of all, Stuti, thank you that you raised my hemoglobin by 500 grams. Definitely. I'm laughing and laughing. Your adjectives about your baby, like customized black suit, dumb ears, and then I moved on from, your transitions from devil, monster, mischievous, minions with speed of flash, to handsome, loving, adorable. So, I was enjoying all this journey. I was visualizing he's dancing here and there on the dining table chair and whatnot. Oh my God. This was super, super, super good. Affectionate, yet hilarious, yet loving, adorable. What all adjectives I cannot use for this composition. Amazing, Stuti. Amazing, amazing. And yes, I know those are beagle qualities. They are like, they are beagles. Beagles are beagles.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Shiprika. This was a very hastened attempt to compile so many things. Yes, he did make me jump in front of a snake, the scariest experience of my life. But imagine, I was thinking it's a Sunday, I can't take him to a vet. It's okay if the snake bites me, I can't let the snake bite him. So that's the love that we have for these.
Yeah,
humans.
sometimes, we cry out of emotions, but I was laughing and my eyes were wet, and everyone, I think, was laughing on the screen as you were reciting about it. Oh my God. My joy is
I
great.
would like to just show one small video of the Remus turning 1-year-old video that was there, so that you'll get a little hint of how well he has given everyone duties and played with everyone, and what a life bubble that he is. And that will be it. So if I'm allowed to share the screen, can I do that?
Please, please, please. We also gave it a live darshan of Miss Remus. Mr.
Yeah,
Remus,
this is the
sorry.
tiny one. This is the more monster one. The dapper one, I'll show you. Okay, how someone educate me a little how to share the screen.
This is a
Okay, I
green
got it. Green
button.
button. I got
The
it.
green one, share screen.
Yes. All right. Just a tiny video of Remus turning 1. Can everyone see the screen?
Yes, yes,
Can
we
you
all
see
can
the
see.
screen? All right,
Yes, we all
perfect.
can see.
So I am playing the video here. So that was our little tornado that just got around everyone to play with him always. And he's sleeping cozily on his bed right now because it's his nap time and I can't go in the room at that time. So that's how Remus is.
Very cute. Very, very cute.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stuti, for reading out and expressing out. I mean, such a nice composition about Remus, and we love him. We love him. I mean, all the love from all of us to him. That's all I can say.
Thank
Keep
you
being
so much.
naughty, keep troubling you always, like his own tactics, like his own stylish way.
Yeah, that's not going to change.
For sure. Okay, so moving on to our next performer, I'll call Vidhi. So Vidhi, जिन्हें जो बताने जा रही है हमें अपने ब्राउनी के बारे में, आई एम सॉरी, ब्राउनी जी के बारे में, क्योंकि ब्राउनी जी इन्हें मिमी के नाम से जानते हैं. And she says, I have been with him for almost 10 years now. Lots to share about my brat who responds only if we call him Brownie G. So in case you are visiting Vidhi, you have to call him Brownie G. Then only you are going to get the response. He has made us proud everywhere. जहां भी चिल्ड्रन से ब्राउनी के बारे में बात करो, वो कहते हैं ब्राउनी जी, नाम तो सुना होगा. So that's how we know Brownie ji. And जितना मैंने इनका composition सुना है और जितना analyze किया है, तो मैं एक लाइन के बारे में ब्राउनी जी के बारे में कहना चाहती हूँ, that he is छोटा पैकेट बड़ा धमाका. That's all we can say about him. So ज्यादा टाइम नहीं लूंगी. ब्राउनी जी की कहानी, विधि की जुबानी. विधि जी, all over to you.
Thank you so much, and it was lovely hearing everybody's story. और जब मैं सुन रही थी, when I'm listening to everyone, slowly I realized that I always used to think Brownie is very unique, but as I hear everybody's story, and so hilarious also some incidents, they are ditto what Brownie does. So I hope I can tell you something unique about him, because till now I was thinking it's only Brownie, and I was so engrossed in observing him all the time that I never thought that other dogs can be so expressive. I always thought he's the only one, and my baby is the best. Like, okay. So though
It's a typical mom aspect. Every child, for their moms, they're the unique, they're the best, they're the special ones, right? So
yes.
don't worry, he is special for you as well as for us.
Thank you. And I hope I can share something which which is very unique about him. One incident that I can think of is actually when we thought of composing something for the show, and I was not sure, and then I thought I'd say something about him, or I write a story on him. And then when I started recollecting everything, I thought I can write a whole book on whatever he has been doing in these 10 years. So maybe some series of books can go on. So let's start. Thank you, Sapna ji and Shyam ji, for this platform before I start, because once I get into Brownie's story, I'll forget everything after that. So thank you, audience, for joining us today. And it was lovely hearing everybody's story and lovely company we have today. So let's start with Brownie G. And yeah, how he came in my life. I put on a lot of weight, and that you can see, of course. So my husband suggested that you get a dog, and probably you can take him for a walk, and you'll also become active with him. So I thought it's not a bad idea, but getting a dog is not a good idea. Okay, so I wasn't convinced for a long time, and then finally, since this idea cropped up, I was just browsing through the newspaper, and I saw one ad that there's some puppies for adoption, and there were Lhasa Apso puppies. So I was discussing with the whole family. Like, I was really not convinced that I have to get a dog in my life. So I was convinced that I was trying to convince myself, and I was speaking to my nieces and everybody. And she said, Masi, it's a good idea, because Lhasas are not very active, and आप जैसे धीरे धीरे चलते हो ना, तो वो भी आपके साथ धीरे धीरे चलेगा. So I said, that's not a bad idea, then this breed is fine for me. Little did I know, like, shooting there is a tornado on cocaine, the way she said. And so like that, of course, unfolded much later. And I was just like, so Brownie ji came into our life, and the first day only he was named Brownie ji by, of course, my husband, who insists in every person, even if we meet somebody, like if we are traveling by car and Brownie is with us, even if we on the signal you see the little kids sometime, it's very unfortunate, but the unfortunate poor kids come to your car and they try to beg, and they see Brownie and they get really excited, so they ask the name. So it is like Brownie ji, Brownie ji. So everybody on the signal also knows that he's Brownie ji. So, and whenever we go a little far from the house, and if we introduce his name, Brownie ji, as Shiprika did introduce that, like, naam to suna hai, ye always sunai deta hai. So coming to the story, which is unique about Brownie, which probably is little different. Of course, all the stories which have been said till now, everything applies to Brownie. But I will share something. Where Brownie is a Lhasa Apso, a little small breed, as everybody knows. And we used to stay when he was around 2 months. We got him in the house, and around 3 months we started taking him around in the society. It was a bungalow society, and it had a garden in the center, and it had a road around it, and all the bungalows were surrounding the road. So it was like in the center there's a garden, there's a road around the garden, and all the bungalows are in a circle. Like we can see each other's gate from our bungalow. So what happened is, uh, like my husband happens to be 6 feet tall, and Brownie G at that time was not in few inches. When we got him home, he would fit in our palm, so small. So when then around 3 months, when he was around 3 months, we started putting a leash on him, and my husband used to take him around on the road inside the bungalow society only, and for a round. So it was like a 6 feet tall guy moving with a small little puppy, and the scene used to be so beautiful. I would just stand in the balcony and watch them moving there. So uh, it so happened that we had a bungalow just next to ours, which had 6 German shepherds in it. Okay, probably for some reason we that person didn't interact much with anybody. Probably it was a breeding of what, I don't know. But he had 6 German shepherds, were well trained German shepherds, and the owner didn't even have to, like, give them command. He would just do a finger gesture, and the dogs would obey. I mean, whatever he had well trained them. And these dogs always used to stay inside the bungalow gate, and they used to keep sitting in front of the bungalow gate, but they didn't move out much in the society or outside also. And Brownie Ji, as I said, used to take a full round around the road, and he used to keep looking at all these German shepherds, and he very intuitively understood that these cannot come out anytime, and I'm the one who is roaming out, full mazeve, and then in the car he's moving out. And we didn't realize this, that all this is happening. That all will come up later, how this happened. But when the whole incident is in front of you. So, and after slowly going ahead, he used to move very coolly around the whole road. But the moment he used to come near their bungalow, he would go right till the gate. And like these German shepherds never could come out of the gate, and he would go near them, and he knew very well that they cannot come out. They would just keep looking very sadly. Just give me a second. I have to just mute myself for a second. I'm sorry for this. I'm so sorry. Okay, so I was coming back to the story. So this is a real life incident. I'm not exaggerating even a little part of it. It's a real life incident in the life of Brownie Ji and ours. Sorry. Okay, so I'm so sorry for the interruption. Okay, so these 6 German shepherds, well-trained German shepherds, and you would know like why he learned to bark. So because he used to probably that training he got from the being a Lhasa Apso, they have a very squeaky little bark. But Brownie Ji, if you hear by any chance now, if somebody comes in, he can give any German Shepherd a run for in barking. So I was speaking about this. And when we, as usual, when the dog is very attached to it, they have this separation anxiety. So Brownie Ji, whenever we used to leave him at home, he also had this little anxiety, separation anxiety. He wouldn't like us going out, leaving him alone. So here, one day so happened, he used to always follow us and try to come out of the house. And for that separation anxiety was quite high when he was a little baby. So one day it so happened that he was looking very sick and tired, and that day we both went out of the house, and he didn't follow us. So I thought like today Brownie ji is not feeling well. She's not even coming out to wave us goodbye. Like I had a little intuition in my mind. So we left him there like that only, and looking a little sick and not very in that proper mood, which he is usually in, the very excited and aggressive mood. So he was a little very dullish. So we left in the car, and we went little ahead, and I had a little intuition. I said to my husband, like, I'm not feeling too good leaving Brownie ji behind, because he's not well. I want to go back home. So we didn't even go like 10 minutes away from the place, and we turned the car back. My husband also agreed, okay, yeah, probably we shouldn't leave him alone. And we come back in the car, and we enter the gate, main gate, and there we see Brownie ji outside in the garden, and the German Shepherd is on him. I almost lost my whole, like, it was such a, I said, aaj to gaya. Aaj ye nahi bache. He was just 3 or 4 months old that time. I was really scared, and I could hear him squeaking under the German Shepherd. And by the time we reached, the owner also, I don't know how he went away at that moment, and he realized that his German Shepherd is out, who had never been out. And he was like, first he was shocked, like, how can my German Shepherd go out? I said, leave your German Shepherd, take my baby from him. So, like, first he's questioning, like, how did he come out of the gate? How did he come out? I said, leave all that, just see what is happening to my baby. So then everything worked out, and I picked up Brownie ji, and I see Brownie ji is like, he turned like squeaking, everything is gone. And like I was like checking if something has happened to him. He was very fine. The person also checked. We took him to a vet. He was very fine. Nothing, not even a scratch on him. And he made the German Shepherd, he cried, and the German Shepherd ran away because of that, the squeaky noise. And he went back to the bungalow. And the 6 German Shepherds are still the same way. And Brownie ji has learned a lot from them. And I know this is the unique story I wanted to share with you all. So all these qualities have come to him, and he plays football like he can give Messi also a run for his money. The way he plays, I didn't know we could share the video. I have put it on my YouTube channel. So where Brownie ji plays with the football, and like he can really play very well. And we have names for his toys. Like the football is the ball we got. It's a plastic one, used to use that time. It is big. It was bigger than Brownie ji, so we used to call it Big Ball, Big B, in small. In short, Big B we call it, and that is his favorite toy till today. And we have name for all his toys, and we don't have to teach him much. Like we just throw that whatever toy we get, new one for him. He has a lot of toys. Everywhere the toy has a special name, like Tutu for the turtle, and then there is your Chimpu, and so many Gingy, and as many names we can think of. And we have to just throw it once, and we say, fetch Gingy, and he knows this is the name of the toy. And you can ask him to fetch anytime that toy. Only once, there's not much training required at all. So this is his natural talent. And it was amazing sharing Brownie G's story with you. And with like, it's not only Brownie G, his name is original name. He came from the Matthews Academy owner, Mrs. Matthews. I'm so thankful to her till date to give me such a lovely toy to play always. And we call him Sir Little Brownie G Matthews. We have kept him Matthews because I was not sure being his mother. I want to be his mother or a friend, though both things go together. So I call myself Mimi, and my husband I've called for Brownie, he's Buppy. So we are Mimi and Buppy of Brownie G. So it is Sir Little Brownie G Matthews, Urf Rajesh Khanna, because he's a superstar.
Very nice, Vidiji. Thank you so much for sharing this beautiful story. Um, I made a note of something that when you were about to have a pet, तो आपका एक लाइन था जो आपने बोला था जब आपके हस्बैंड ने बोला कि पेट लेते हैं, so your immediate reaction was, that's not a bad idea, but getting a dog is not a good idea. I was laughing on that. Story, Brownie ji got the taste of his own medicine. कि ज्यादा खानी करने से क्या होता है? He got that. So it
Thank
was
you so much. And now I would like to invite our own host for the special episode today. And I'm sure she has lots to share about her baby Gabru. Unfortunately, we don't have him around with us now. He's across the rainbow bridge, but I'm sure, like others, uh, like Sunita's pet Gabru is also looking and watching this show with us today. So let me just take the pleasure today to introduce Shiprika Saxena Acharya. Okay, our host. She writes in Hindi and Urdu, and real life incidents is a favorite. She likes to write on them, and she's been writing from the past 8 years. Singing, writing, cooking are her passion. So हम आ रहे हैं आपके घर very soon. Okay, गाना भी गाएंगे, खाना भी खाएंगे, and from 5 years she has been staying in Malaysia. And about Gabru, he's a good Raja Beta and obedient child, just unlike Brownie and other great. Okay, so the poem she will be reciting today is for her fur baby, and he's always with her and watching him, us and her from heaven.
yes.
You're welcome, Shiprika.
Thank you so much, Vidhi. Thank you so much for the beautiful introduction. I got introduced in such a nice way. पोएम पढ़ने से पहले मैं गबरू के बारे में थोड़ा सा बताऊंगी. Gabru was 6 months old when he came to us, and generally my thing is that my husband is an anti-dog person. Was an anti-dog person, I used to say. So it's been 15 years of marriage. तो पिछले 12 साल से हमारा डिस्कशन यही चल रहा था. And me and my son, we are avid dog lover, not dog lover. We are avid animal lover people basically. So मतलब ऐसा था कि डॉग लेना है, and he used to say या तो डॉग या मैं. My husband used to say या तो डॉग या मैं, या तो डॉग रहेगा या मैं रहूंगा. It was the very first time in my life I asked him, we were in Malaysia, he said, please let's have a Labrador, and he said, okay. The moment he said okay, within 1 hour, you will not believe, I searched and I got Gabru. मेरे को लगा उससे पहले इस इंसान का मूड चेंज हो, let get the dog. तो 6 months का था वो जब आया था, और थोड़ी दिन बाद ही हमको पता चला, after he was like 8 months, that he was born with congenital heart disease. Right side of his heart was failed since birth. तो मेरे पास 1.5 साल से ज्यादा नहीं रह पाया, but वो 1.5 साल में he gave me a love of the lifetime. I call him Raja Beta because he used to hear all the command at one point of time. I mean, he used to know that kitchen is the Lakshman Rekha. He's not allowed to enter in the kitchen because I was running my food business. So I need to take care of his hair and everything, and I was serving clients. So he knew that kitchen में नहीं आना है, तो वो kitchen में बैठ के मुझे बस बाहर से बैठ के मुझे देखता रहता था. So there are lot many qualities. बोलूंगी तो ये open mic का time खत्म हो जाएगा. So सपना जी, आज for a change मैं अपनी introductory lines नहीं बोलूंगी because it is everything and anything for Gabru today. So ज़्यादा time नहीं लेके मैं अपनी poem शुरू करूंगी, और if I get emotional somewhere, please excuse me. If I take a pause, मेरी आवाज भर रहा है, मेरी आंखें भर आए, तो please excuse me for this. ये उसके जाने के बाद मैंने लिखा था because I was in depression for some time after we lost him. और इतना स्पेशल वो इसलिए है, एक छोटी सी 2 मिनट की स्टोरी बोलूंगी. वी वर इन मलेशिया व्हेन ही लेफ्ट अस. सो एट दैट टाइम कोविड बिल्कुल रिकवर हो रहे थे हम कोविड से. सो देयर वाज अ पॉलिसी दैट वी कुड नॉट डू द लास्ट राइट्स ऑफ आवर पेट. सो द हॉस्पिटल जहाँ पे उसका ट्रीटमेंट चल रहा था, तो दे टोल्ड अस दैट यू हैव टू डिपॉजिट द बॉडी हियर and we will do the last right. So there was a Chinese organization, Pets in Peace, in Malaysia. So they asked my husband to fill up the form. In that form, there was a option called religion. So we ticked Hindu just like that. I mean, we thought, okay, just like that पूछा होगा. Later on, we got the picture of Gabru, with जो हमारे भगवान जी हैं, according to the Hindu culture, जो dogs के भगवान जी हैं, उनके पास गबरू को लिटाया हुआ था on the white bed sheet with lots of flowers, as if वो बहुत शांति से सो रहा है. And in the evening, I got his ashes. He was cremated. So I was literally thrilled to hear that, क्योंकि जनरली मैंने किसी एनिमल का ऐसे सुना नहीं है. जनरली हम बोलते हैं कि एनिमल्स को हम बरी करते हैं. माय फादर वाज शॉक्ड टू हियर कि गबरू को क्रिमेट किया गया था अकॉर्डिंग टू द प्रॉपर हिंदू रीति रिवाज. एंड देन आई गॉट हिज एशेस. और व्हेन वी गॉट हिज एशेस, देन मी एंड माय हस्बैंड डिसाइडेड कि अगर ये हुआ है तो we'll come to India, we'll go to Haridwar, and we'll do the pravahit of his everything ashes, and we did that. तो इसलिए मुझे लगता है कि he just had a body of a dog. He was different soul altogether. क्या पर्पस पूरा करने आया था लाइफ में पता नहीं. तो उसके बाद मैं शुरू करती हूँ. The poem's title is कि मैं कहीं नहीं गया हूँ. So I start. बस इस बार थोड़ा सा अलग हूं मैं, बस इस बार थोड़ा सा नया हूं. बस इस बार थोड़ा सा अलग हूं मैं, बस इस बार थोड़ा सा नया हूं. ट्रस्ट मी, मैं यही हूं, मैं कहीं नहीं गया हूं. जा ही नहीं सकता ना कभी आप सबसे दूर, जा ही नहीं सकता ना कभी आप सबसे दूर. तार दिल से जुड़े हैं, ये है हमारे रिश्ते का नूर. बस में होता तो रोक लेता वक्त को, बस में होता तो रोक लेता वक्त को. कह देता कि मुझे नहीं जाना है, क्योंकि मैं तो इन प्यार के धागों से बंध गया हूं. ट्रस्ट मी, मैं यही हूं, मैं कहीं नहीं गया हूं. आपको नहीं, पर मुझे तो पता था कि मुझे आपके पास आना था. अब 13 साल के लंबे डिस्कशन के बाद एक पेट रखना है, ये तो सिर्फ कुदरत का छोटा सा बहाना था. पहली बार हम पेट रखने के लिए लड़े नहीं थे आपस में. इट वाज वन थिंग. आई सेड लेट्स कीप अ पेट, ही सेड यस. तो आपको तो नहीं पता था, पर मुझे तो पता था कि मुझे आपके पास आना था. अब 13 साल के लंबे डिस्कशन के बाद एक पेट रखना है फाइनली, ये तो सिर्फ कुदरत का छोटा सा बहाना था. इसीलिए तो ऑल द वे इंडिया टू मलेशिया आपका रास्ता मोड़ा था. इंतजार कर रहा था मैं, क्योंकि हमारा नसीब जो एक साथ जुड़ा था. फिर कैसे मुमकिन है कि मैं आपको भूल गया हूं, फिर कैसे मुमकिन है कि मैं आप सबको भूल गया हूं. ट्रस्ट मी, मैं यही हूं, मैं कहीं नहीं गया हूं. अच्छा एक बात बताओ, क्या मेरे ख्याल आपको नहीं सताते? क्या मेरे सारे औसाफ आपको याद नहीं आते? औसाफ मीन्स गुड हैबिट्स. क्या मेरे ख्याल आपको नहीं सताते? क्या मेरे सभी औसाफ आपको याद नहीं आते? मैं तो देखो अब तक उन्हीं यादों से बंधा हूं, मैं तो देखो अब तक उन्हीं यादों से बंधा हूं. ट्रस्ट मी, मैं यही हूं, मैं कहीं नहीं गया हूं. बेलौस सा जुड़ाव था हमारा. बेलौस मीन्स सेल्फलेस. बेलौस सा जुड़ाव था हमारा, पर मुश्किल बहुत भारी थी. बेलौस सा जुड़ाव था हमारा, पर मुश्किल बहुत भारी थी. बहुत कमजोर हो चला था मैं, ये दिल की बीमारी थी. बेलौस सा जुड़ाव था हमारा, पर मुश्किल बहुत भारी थी. बहुत कमजोर हो चला था मैं, ये दिल की बीमारी थी. पर बहुत प्यार बहुत दुआएं मिली, पर बहुत प्यार बहुत दुआएं मिली. मेरे अक्स का सबके दिलों पे काबू था. बहुत प्यार बहुत दुआएं मिली, मेरे अक्स का सबके दिलों पे काबू था. अक्सर कहते सुना है मैंने सबको, भाई गबरू तो आखिर गबरू था. ऐसा सब कहते थे मेरे फ्रेंड्स जो भी हमारे घर आते थे पहली बार, कि भाई ये कुछ अलग है, ये कुछ अलग है. बहुत प्यार बहुत दुआएं मिली, मेरे अक्स का सबके दिलों पे काबू था. अक्सर कहते सुना है मैंने सबको कि भाई गबरू तो आखिर गबरू था. खूबसूरत सा जो वक्त साथ बिताया हमने, फिर उसका एहसास कम क्यों? खूबसूरत सा जो वक्त साथ बिताया हमने, फिर उसका एहसास कम क्यों? जब हर वक्त मौजूद हूं, साथ हूं, तो फिर मेरे जाने का गम क्यों? ये सब जो मैंने लिखा है, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि शायद ये गबरू मेड मी राइट ऑल दिस बिकॉज ही वांटेड टू कन्वे फ्रॉम द हेवन टू मी और आज भी मुझे लगता है कि वो हमेशा मेरे साथ है, मतलब ही इज वॉचिंग मी, या फिर ऐसे हम शायद कहते हैं जो पेट पेरेंट्स हैं कि व्हेन दे क्रॉस रेनबो ब्रिज दे गिव यू साइंस दैट दे आर विद यू। एंड यू विल नॉट बिलीव, गबरू के जाने के बाद मैंने बहुत सारी शायद स्ट्रे डॉग्स, पेट लवर्स, मैंने बहुत सारे डॉग्स देखे अपने आसपास, बट जितना शायद मैंने ब्लैक डॉग्स को देखा है उतना मैंने किसी और डॉग को नहीं देखा है, क्योंकि ही वॉज ब्लैक। तो ही कॉन्स्टेंटली गिविंग मी साइन कि मम्मा मैं हूं आपके साथ। सो मैं आखिर की कुछ लाइन कह के इजाजत चाहूंगी। okay. थोड़ा अलग बस इसलिए हूं क्योंकि मैं एक रूहानी सांचे में ढल गया हूं। थोड़ा सा अलग बस इसलिए हूं क्योंकि मैं एक रूहानी सांचे में ढल गया हूं। ट्रस्ट मी, मैं यही हूं, मैं कहीं नहीं गया हूं। पिछले जन्म का जो ये कनेक्शन अधूरा रह गया था, इस जन्म में हमें वो पूरा करना था। पिछले जन्म का जो ये कनेक्शन अधूरा रह गया था, इस जन्म में हमें वो पूरा निभाना था। शायद कहीं कुछ छूट गया था, इसलिए मेरे बर्थडे से लेकर ये हर एक साल में मुझे हर त्योहार आपके साथ मनाना था। पिछले जन्म का जो ये कनेक्शन अधूरा रह गया था, इस जन्म में हमें वो निभाना था। शायद कहीं कुछ छूट गया था, इसलिए मेरे बर्थडे से लेकर इस एक साल में मुझे आपके साथ हर त्योहार मनाना था। आज जन्नत में बड़े फक्र से सबको कहता हूँ आज जन्नत में बड़े फक्र से सबको कहता हूँ कि मैं ये एक पूरा साल नवाबों के जैसे जिया हूँ।
It's okay, Shubhika. Don't worry. We all know what it is. We've been through it, right? Relax.
आज जन्नत में बड़े फक्र से सबको कहता हूँ कि मैं एक साल नवाबों के जैसे जिया हूँ। ट्रस्ट मी मम्मा, मैं यही हूँ, मैं कहीं नहीं गया हूँ। थैंक यू।
We know he is not gone anywhere. And that's why you're here with us, sharing his story, his life journey, his connection with you.
We're all with you.
We are all with you. Relax, don't worry.
Sorry.
It's normal. You don't have to be sorry. It's normal. Okay.
I literally rehearsed this poem.
Yes. Sending you loads of love and hugs all the way to you.
I really rehearsed this
Yeah,
poem.
big hug to you.
Yeah, big hug.
Thank you.
All of us.
मैंने 30 बार रिहर्सल किया कि नहीं रोना है और दिस इज अ प्रोफेशनल ओपन माइक और अच्छे से पढ़ना है, बट I just could not.
It's a heart-to-heart talk. Even professionals are humans. Okay.
And literally there's this thing कि जब उसका फर्स्ट एंड लास्ट बर्थडे था मेरे साथ, हमने लिटरली बहुत lavish सेलिब्रेट किया था. I called all the parents who have pets. I called all my close friends, and my son was asking me, आपने मेरे बर्थडे पे, मेरे फर्स्ट बर्थडे पे अपने हाथ से गुब्बारे फुलाए? I said because he is special. और उसके जाने के बाद ये लास्ट राइड्स और ये सब होना, it was something unbelievable. तो मुझे लगता है कि just a body of a dog, he was something else. He was really something else to me.
Yeah, sure, he was. He is.
Yeah, he is special.
I mean, thank you UBI, thank you Sapna कि ये I'm expressing about Gabru. I'm expressing my love towards him. मुझे पता है अभी भी वो देख रहा है कहीं ना कहीं तो बैठ के, उसे पता है, वो फुल मजे ले रहा है कि ओहो मम्मा ने क्या पोएम लिखी है मेरे लिए. तभी he wanted me to write this word कि मैं एक साल पूरा नवाबों के जैसे जिया हूँ, क्योंकि एक्चुअली में ऐसा था. हर फेस्टिवल उसके साथ, उसके रक्षाबंधन, you will not believe Sapna.
I've seen that happen.
मैंने हाथ मांगा and he kept his paw and I did Rakshabandhan and everything, all the festivals. Such a nice one it was. Thank you so much. Thank
The
you.
reality we all have to accept and one
It's
day
a-
have to face, but like yes, they will always, and they are, a family member, and they will be in our hearts always.
मैंने पूरी करी that I will not cry, but ये लास्ट की लाइनें पता नहीं क्यों हमेशा
तुम रोई, सबको भी रुला गई.
I'm really sorry.
Every one of us could feel the pain, and I think it's a dog mom or the pet mom or dad's feelings. It's not you, only you. Every one of us can relate to what it is.
ये
Right.
ट्रांजिशन हो जाता है ना, हम बोलते हैं कि जब जब तक हमारे घर पेट नहीं आता तब तक हम बोलते हैं कि
I
हमको
don't know what it is. Yeah.
हमको पेट लेना है. The moment they come, तो हम कैसे इंट्रोड्यूस करते हैं? I have a fur baby. My baby's
Yeah.
name is this.
I tell you the same story. I like, for me, I never wanted ever in my life, because I knew if he comes, whoever comes, I mean, kids will go away. I'll have to take care and all that. So basically just shunning away that responsibility and work. But they come to your lives. I believe in
Yes.
one thing, that they choose you. You cannot choose them.
Cannot choose them.
They choose you. So he chose you, and he was very clear that I only want this mom, because he knew how much you can love him. No one else could have done that.
Big thanks to him कि उसने मेरे husband को pet lover बना दिया.
Yes.
Most
So
complete.
thanks to him, and thanks to all of you. But today's session will not be complete without one of our special pet lover, UBIT member, presenting his work.
Wow.
Shyam sir is there today. I think most of us must have seen, all of us know that he's always there behind the scenes. He's there behind the back end. He's the backbone of UBI Open Mic. He is like the biggest, Vatriksh jisko Hindi mein bolte hain, he's the biggest, torchbearer and person behind all this open mic activities. And we all know it. Whoever is connected to open mic, I think I don't need to tell them. And today he agreed. He said, I said, pet lover session. And he said, okay, I will also present a poem, because he is a very, very big pet lover at heart. And I think Stuti has already said it, that in the family of the two kids around, the more lovable and the real son or daughter is Remus. So I think that said it all. And I'll hand over the stage to Shyam sir. I'll invite you. Thank you so much, sir, that you accepted for being here today and presenting your poem. Please share your thoughts. I think introduction नाम ही काफी है. ये लाइन बोलनी पड़ेगी सर के लिए, तो मैं क्या इंट्रोडक्शन दूं. आज मैं और सर दोनों साथ में एक गलती कर रहे हैं. मैंने भी अनम्यूट किए बिना शुरू किया, सर ने भी अनम्यूट किए बिना शुरू किया. आ जाइए. Yes, now you're. So
let's be kind on our audience. We have already crossed the time limit.
Sure, sir.
Yeah. तो हुआ ऐसा कि हम लोग प्लान कर रहे थे पेट लवर स्पेशल. तो सपना जी की तरफ से मैसेज आया कि हम लोग ऐसा करेंगे कि हमारी फोटो में हमारे पेट्स की भी फोटो डाल देंगे. यहाँ से शुरुआत हुई. तो ठीक है. तो मेरे पास तो फोटो थी नहीं, क्योंकि रीमस जो है, आई हैव टू कीप द मिनिमम डिस्टेंस फ्रॉम हिम. हम लोग प्यार करते हैं, लेकिन थोड़ा सा दूर से करते हैं, क्योंकि मेरी स्किन काफ़ी टेंडर है, और उसके कहीं भी थोड़ा भी कुछ स्क्रैच आ जाता है तो स्किन में ब्लीडिंग चालू हो जाती है. इसके लिए मैं ज़रा दूर से उससे प्यार करता हूँ. तो इतने पास में उसको बिठा के कभी फोटो ली नहीं हमने. वो स्तुति और उसकी मम्मी ने मिलके एक जैसे फोटो शूट करते हैं, उस ढंग से उसको ट्रीट दिखा के कैसे उसको शूट में लिया है. इट क्रेडिट गोज देम. और जैसे कहा है कि पेट लवर्स तो मैं हूँ, और काफ़ी पेट से मेरा पाला भी पड़ा है, मतलब राइट फ्रॉम फिश, बर्ड्स, कैट एंड डॉग. डॉग ज़्यादा रहे हैं मेरे इसमें. अब इसमें जितने हुए तो बहुत बड़ी कहानी हो जाएगी, सबकी कहेंगे तो. लेकिन रीमस से शुरुआत करते हैं. अभी फिलहाल रीमस ही है. जैसा कि स्तुति ने कहा कि रीमस जब आया तो बड़ी, मतलब इट वाज वेरी रफ वेदर इन आवर लाइफ एज सच, and it was very difficult to accept, because there was a tremendous resistance from my wife's side that she don't want to have any more pet, because we had lost a pet just 2 or 3 months ago, and it was very difficult to go through that. No? So she was adamant that she is not going to have pet. And coincidentally, we had all the pets that were gifted by somebody. We never bought a pet. And this time also, Remus was also gifted by my sister and son of a sister. They gifted it, and somehow we settled with it. So I have written, scribed down some lines, जिसको हिंदी में कहते हैं, कविता नहीं है, उसको तुकबंदी कह सकते हैं. इसे मैं कविता नहीं कहूंगा, ये तुकबंदी है कि कुछ लिखना था, सपना जी को कह दिया भाई पढ़ूंगा, तो पढ़ देता हूँ. तो कुछ लिखा है, आपके सामने रखता हूँ. घनघोर घटाओं से जैसे पूरा चांद निकल आया, घनघोर घटाओं से जैसे पूरा चांद निकल आया, तेरी चंचल बदमाशी संग मौसम मस्ती का छाया. जग जाता मेरा बचपना, नादानियां खिलखिलाती, तेरी सोहबत पाकर जैसे जिंदगी मुस्कुराती. आंखों में झलकती शैतानी अब भी दिल दहलाती, आंखों में झलकती शैतानी अब भी दिल दहलाती, निश्चल प्रेमिल स्पर्श सुख मन का मरहम बन जाती. चिंता पीर खीज चिड़ सब तुरंत हिरन हो जाती, जब बल खाती चपल चाल इठलाकर मन को लुभाती. सीख सबक तुझसे मैं अब कुछ सुधर जाऊं, सीख कर सबक तुझसे मैं अब कुछ सुधर जाऊं, छोड़ व्यसन चिंताओं का मस्त मौला जीवन बिताऊं.
बहुत बढ़िया,
धन्यवाद.
बहुत बढ़िया सर.
मस्त मौला बिल्कुल हमारे पेट्स के जैसे.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल यही चाहते हैं हम सभी. वी शुड ऑल प्रे दैट वी शुड ऑल लिव लाइक देम, live in the moment, give more love, and automatically you will receive more love. This is a big message. I think all the pets
I think this is the message the pets induce upon us.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's why they are being suggested as a therapy.
True.
I think I would like to add to what Papa said. So the reason why Remus being such a important part in saving us is because in 2020 we lost my uncle due to brain hemorrhage very suddenly. He was just 51, and we had a pet at that time, Pixie Labrador. She was 4 years old, and she was so attached to my uncle that she also passed away because of a heart attack after his death. So you all have seen the movie Hachiko. We have lived the movie Hachiko, where the pet actually dies because of the love for the owner. So that was the weather in the household, and in that we had this little blunder of a boy who kind of really helped us move away from that grief with such insistence, because that was a time there's just 3-4 of us in the house. I used to find Papa looking lost elsewhere, because for Papa, Chachaji was a younger brother, and Mummy was very close to Chachaji. I was very close. We were all lost and sad and looking out of windows, tearing up at the corners of the house where we would miss our loved ones. And I think he really helped us make new memories in the same house which has lost so many people. So that's why Remus is very important to us. Thank you.
And I've seen him. He's such a big, energetic ball, fireball, I must say. He will not let you go unless you pet him and you talk to him. He's attention seeker too. I think most of the pets are, but my dog is like, he doesn't want to be petted and all. Remus wants to be petted. You have to pet him. You have to, give full attention, and then you can talk to anybody else in the house. Amazing. Such a wonderful session, wonderfully hosted by you, Shiprika. And each one of you, I guess, everyone's words were coming from their heart. So that's why they meant a lot, and they showed up in the presentation as well as the words which you have shared with us. The poem, it could be poetry, it could be a incidents, or it could be anything, whatever you've said. They were thoroughly they were actually full of love for your pets. So that's why this session, I think the beginning of UBI Open Mic in 2024 is such a wonderful one. I'm sure we will do wonderful job ahead of this in this year as well. Sir, would you like to say a word or two before we wind up?
Yeah, it's pleasure to open this year with such a nice episode. It's a brilliant idea. It was coined by Vidiji and Shiprika in an open mic. And as soon as the idea came to me, I communicated with you, and we immediately decided this episode. Coincidentally, it is the first episode. And I hope that we will be able to hold 3 such episodes in a year.
I
At
think we
least
can
3.
do it.
I just like to add, yeah, because this idea came from Gabru and Brownie more than me and Shiprika, because in the last session which I participated,
Yeah.
Brownie suddenly at my introduction he barked very loudly, and I was very embarrassed, like, my introduction and I have to speak, and I was so and then it all worked out, I think. So it's all thanks to Brownie and Gabru, and of course all our pets who have participated in their own way today, like muting Sapna ji, okay, and so on.
God, that was hilarious. Good. I think we are good to go. Thank you so much once again, each one of you, Sunita ji, Stuti, Vidhi, Shiprika, Sham sir. I mean, obviously, I can't thank you enough for giving us this platform and making sure that it is running every week. It's all your work, hard work. Selflessly, you're there behind the scenes and making it happen. So a very, very good, a very, very happy new year again, once again to all of you. And let's come back again next week. Let's see what is there in store. Soon we will reveal to you. And if you have any ideas, any such ideas like this Pet Lovers session would have not happened if Shiprika and Gabru's and Brownie's moms would have not spoken up. So if you have an idea in your heart, don't hesitate, share with us. If we can make it happen, we will try our best. If we cannot, we'll make sure that we work around it to make it happen. God willing, it will. So stay connected, stay tuned. I've even pinned the link of the document where you can register. If any new visitor or viewer is watching us, feel free to register with us on that document, so that, and even all of you, please feel free to share with others, so others can also get an opportunity to showcase their work, an opportunity to say their words, let their heart out. That's all an open mic is all about. So thank you once again. And with this, we take leave from the YouTube live session. I bid you goodbye. Shabba khair, good night.